Hello, everybody. How can I start this? Today I woke up very early today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Today. And um, I was partly waiting for an appointment at the doctor of the eye because I have had some issues with the eye since last Wednesday. I saw some lights here on my left eye, and it looked like an insect that was crawling, falling and crawling. And now it developed to be some spots or similar to a hair or some spider nest in front of my eyes, just moving a little bit here and there, and one of when I move the eye from left to right, I saw in some speck of this space some foggy thing, and I asked, maybe that was where I operated what we call grå stær in Norwegian. I can look it up. It's cataract. Let me hear.
Cataracts.
Cataracts. That was it. We call it gray, like this star, the bird. Star is cataract. Any which way, I had this operated for 4 years ago, 2018. I'm just memorizing what I have been through, and that went well. But the examination, first, they are cheaters here. First, I was contacting the let me have a look. Optician. Optician. It's good to have Google Translate here. Optician, he charged a lot of money because he wanted also to sell some glasses. I didn't ask for that. I just asked, why is it so foggy on my left side than the right? So he was a cheat, and I know that everybody in that department is cheating. They want you to buy something. And I have stayed only on these glasses, which is only a reading glass. When I'm driving. This is a call. So this is going to be a longer video. So I had it examined, and this is a very long story. I don't like long stories, because I know that since you have Alzheimer's, since you are so forgetful, you will forget everything, and in the end, what was he talking about? So I went to this optician. He's a kind of optician, yeah. It's in the worst case scenario. And after that, they put me to this eye doctor, which examined me. And they put some dropping on my eyes. He asked for them to examine because the what pupil, the
Pupil.
pupil needed to be expanded so they could see into the retina. I think it's the retina. That was so painful, and I will describe it in words. This light which he was looking into my eyes with, it was this.
Cutting torch.
It was a cutting torch. It was a torture of a degree. So I said, he asked me in a very complaining way, why can't you just cooperate with me? Ah, God, don't you know this is so hard, this is so painful. I can't move my eyes. I can't look into this light. The light was like a cutting torch. So that was the eye doctor. And he saw everything. He saw me through and through. So he said, if this is going to be the case with you, that light sensitive, it will be even harder during the operation. So he was very serious and scary. I wouldn't wish for my best or worst enemy to go through that. It was like a torture chamber. And I couldn't just go. I could, but that was obviously not a good idea because I needed to have this operation. And after that was a painful. I can talk about it in length. But when I came to this operation, this surgical operation. It all went well. They dropped me. They gave me even a tablet. That I got a little bit high and happy. If I'm not that before, I will definitely be that after. So that was the operation. It went very well, and after I had to drop it maybe for 14 days, I don't know. But I was afraid when this happened last Wednesday that it was loosened. And he explained he did the same torture, but now it didn't feel that painful. I think they also calm me down by these fluids. Oi.
Analgesic.
Yeah, that was what they gave me, and it was quite okay. And he said, "This is a case after this cataract, or what do you call it? This operation that can happen when the lens loses its seat where it's seated. So this is obviously a loosened lens." So he said, "You are quite, the retina is very okay and everything looks good." I didn't see that coming. And he also said that if they would, I asked him, "What can you do?" No, there is nothing to do here other than if the blood is covering the lens. Then you will see a curtain is moving over, and then you can call us. So I asked, how would I be able to call you when I'm blind? But you don't you have another eye? So I had this word games with this doctor, and he was at the same time I was there, he was given a scarf. I thought it was about the scarf. When they have these football leagues supporters, they have scarves and hats. I don't know what they have. Even the clothes, the shirts, is all from their football team. And I said, as long as it's not from Sandefjord, it's okay. And I was shown it, and I guessed I didn't recognize the emblem, and I said that is this Liverpool? And then he shouted back, no, this is not Liverpool, it's not Sandefjord, but it's Leeds. So I said to him, maybe you will retaliate on my eye after making such a mistake. That was the stupidest mistake I could ever have done, to guess that scarf to be a wrong Liverpool. So it was kind of funny too. I hope I'm not the only one that is so funny that they will jump off their seats like this comedian said. I'm not that funny, but I like to make people smile. Even the doctors that is going to torture me. And even that was before I knew anything, before he knew anything. They took some picture of me, of course, selfies, but it was only on the eye, so I don't know whether someone here or there will recognize me. But as you can see, my pupils is wide open. Still, it's a little bit sensitive to the light, and I would like to have a good night's sleep tonight. It is so hurtful, and I was told by my friend that you should go home and relax. But I met this friend of mine. I have been helping with the computer. And I asked him if it's possible to come. Yeah, it's so nice that you come. It's exactly the best moment. And I have a job for you. I have another job for you. Okay, but can we have a cup of coffee before we start? Because I need to relax and calm down after this. I think he is extracting some information in from my eyes that only I would know, because everybody envies me, my talk show and all this kind of stuff I'm coming up with. So everybody is going to be on my back. So I said, okay, oh, you have been to the eye doctor. I'm too going there. Yeah, I warned him because you are going to be so tormented by operating these cataracts. So he smiled and he said, I don't worry about that. I know. It's crazy how painful that can be. But you see, when you shut your eyes in this state, it's so calmly, it's so nice. I would rather not see looking at you than look only into the darkness, the empty space, the void, the clouds that are covering my eyes now. I didn't sleep. So, and I told him that you are so nice to visit. It's so nice for me to be have the possibility to visit you. So So I feel I don't need to think so much when I'm with you. And he smiled and said, wow, what a nice thing to say. So now I only need peace and quiet. Don't you believe that I need that? Can you wish for me peace and quiet? And pray to the God Almighty. Even if you are an atheist, get him to work on my sleep so I can sleep better at night. Tonight. I need my sleep. See, my friend is so nice. And when I come to him, I get coffee, I get the blessing I need. And in order to get my blessing, I need to go to him. You can see my eyes. Sorry for that. I can look. I can. Do you see how wide open this pupil is? It will it will shrink like everything else. If you catch my drift. That was a little bit messy. But I need to relax too. So, when I've been exposed to that kind of torture, it's good to have some friends that you can go and visit and enjoy your time with. Even it takes a little bit effort to talk and all this kind of stuff. But it's nice when you have normal people, not so excited, not so drilled, not so demanding, not so exhausting, but just be yourself. You don't need to think so much. You don't need to talk so much. Just be you. And that is pleasure. That is a blessing. In my case, I need that. So, I had my dinner now. You see, the atheists is not believing in praying. I asked one time long ago, will you be with me and pray for this and that? And I know them in and out. They don't pray. And it was not even to provocate them. It was it was just a serious, honest question, because obviously I believe more when atheists are praying than a Christian or a believer. When atheists is praying, that is when there is profound truth to that. So, my friends, even to pray, obviously you have some doubts. If you have no doubts, you will not be able to pray in a right mind. Prayer is capturing. It has been a sport degree today. When you pray with a loud, demanding voice and command and everything like that. But I think that prayer open up open up your heart, open up the vulnerability, open up like the pupil is opening up so that the doctor can see. So prayer is kind of this opening up. It is so painful when the light is shining into this retina where everything is contained. And it's also written in the Bible, listen to me, this, you atheists. I'm bored of your arguments. It's straw man argument. You see, in the Bible it's written that the eye is the soul. It's the soul of the body. It's there. You can find everything. And when I went to the doctor yesterday, I found him in the end. He asked me, "Are you bubbling when you are talking?" I said, "No, I don't think so." So the eye can prove that you have had a stroke or something. It is very exposing. So when you pray, in fact, you expose also your doubts. It's not only the fighter's arena. No, prayer is the arena for you to be open about your weakness. So atheists, why don't you pray more? Why don't you pray more? That was my ending. I had to stop it. Now you see that the light is entering my living room. What was that? That was coffee with shaga. I put it in the plant. The shaga belongs in the plant. So why doesn't the atheists pray more? It should be the obvious case. Because that is the honesty. God, if you are praying to God, it's kind of a honest, a heart opener. The eye, the retina on the eye need to be exposed. I was filled with joy when I heard that this eye doctor said, there is nothing wrong with you. It's kind of a seeing the splint. I saw the splint in my own eye. I have been talking about splints and timbers. And it's kind of when you see something within yourself. This eye was paining. It was this foggy, and it was all this. But the retina, the background, the eye was in fact intact. And I was so anxious when I went down I walked down, because they said that if you are taking the car, you may be taking a taxi back home. So I was walking the whole way, and I enjoy walking, and said something very gracefully for my ears. I declare you as healthy. That was his word. You can leave now. And since he supported Leeds, I tried to smooth him up with all the I don't know what it's the compliments that goes with that. So he wouldn't retaliate on my eye, and he said something like, "It's nothing wrong with you." It's when I saw myself, this disturbance in front of my eye, I could see something that I needed to change. At least I needed to go to the doctor. I need to go down to the doctor and let him view me. And for you atheists, it doesn't say much. But you see, sometimes we need to be seen through and through, straight in to the soul. The eye is the soul of the body, the personality. And if something wrong with you and your health, it can proven in your eye. They will see it. So I'm so happy now. It was kind of been rejuvenated. It's kind of a release of all these worries that I was about to go through. For one whole week I was going through this worry. What is happening? Am I going to be blind? Is it something more than this disease? No, it was all right. You are all right. All right. It is just adjustment. He said this lens has loosened its grip. So maybe it needed to be departed from the set. And sometimes we need to depart from ourselves in order to see clear. And it takes quite a time to adjust, and that what he said. You need time to adjust to a new situation, and you will not even think about it in the end. Would I be worse than this? No, it will be improving, he said. Most probably it will be improved. So I left the building with joy, with comforted joy. And I went to my friend and said, it's so nice to be here. And to my lady friend, I said, I'm happy. And to my daughter, I said, I'm happy. To myself, I'm satisfied. I can be good. I can be okay. So, my friends, prayer is kind of going through some psychological, soul invasive tool as a light. But it's all in the good hands. Don't judge if you see something wrong. Maybe it's only with your sight. It's nothing wrong with you. It's just your sight that is disturbed. And you need grace. You need to come to terms with your faults. As I was talking yesterday of this golf ball with faults. It's kind of needed today to talk about those things, because it's the perfection. It's the idea that nothing is wrong with me. It's everybody else. I don't take responsibility of my action because I can justify it. So people that justify everything what they are doing, it's not pleasant people to be around. If they can just justify it, there is no forgiveness, there is no grace, there is no really relationship, because they just own what they do. They have no humbleness, no regrets. I would rather regret what I did to someone, even it was not my fault. I couldn't see and understand why this reaction would come. So I would rather to ask for forgiveness for that than to be proud and have nothing to admit. Part of why people are reacting to me is because of these faults. And it's kind of, nothing is really wrong. It's just what it is. And we have to be, I mean to say, we have to be humble enough to accept that kind of default and be humble about it. As Mr. Paul said here, he got his thorn in his side, and that is keeping him sober. So be sober, my friend, and you can see, you can be happy. Shalom.